Have you got your duck call handy? Well, if you don't, hit the pause button and go grab yours real quick, because today we'll be doing some duck calling. I'm your instructor, and this is Wild Harvest Heroes. Now, if you're new to the Surviving Duck Season channel, I've got a lot of great content, not just tips and tactics videos, but also some really great fish hunting videos, so make sure you check that stuff out. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about getting back to the basics to pro of duck calling. So let's start our video first of all. Understanding the basics of duck calling. Understanding the basics of duck calling is essential for anyone looking to become a better duck caller. It is the foundation upon which all other duck calling techniques are built. So, what exactly are the basics of duck calling? First and foremost, it is important to familiarize yourself with the different types of duck calls available. From single reed calls to double reed calls, each produces a unique sound that mimics the quacks and chuckles of ducks. Experimenting with different calls will help you find the one that suits your style and produces the most realistic duck sounds. Next, you need to understand the different types of duck vocalizations. Ducks produce a variety of sounds, including quacks, feeding calls, greeting calls, and comeback calls. Each sound serves a specific purpose, and learning to replicate them accurately is crucial in attracting ducks. Listening to recordings of ducks in their natural habitat can be incredibly helpful in mastering these different vocalizations. Once you have familiarized yourself with the calls and vocalizations of ducks, it is time to practice. Practice is key to becoming a better duck caller. Start by mastering the basic quack, then gradually work your way up to more complex calls. Pay close attention to the tone, pitch, and rhythm of the calls, as these subtle nuances can make a significant difference in how ducks respond. In addition to practicing the calls themselves, it is important to practice proper technique. This includes holding the call correctly, positioning your hand and mouth to produce the desired sounds, and controlling your breath. Developing good technique will not only make your calls more effective, but also prevent fatigue and strain on your voice. Lastly, don't forget the importance of patience and observation. Ducks are intelligent creatures, and they have a keen sense of hearing. It may take time to perfect your calling skills and learn how to read the behavior of ducks in the field. Pay attention to their responses, adjust your calls accordingly, and be patient. With time and practice, you will become a master of duck calling, and your success in attracting ducks will reflect your dedication and skill. Mastering different duck calling techniques. Mastering different duck calling techniques is an essential skill for any aspiring or experienced duck hunter. It involves not only understanding the various sounds ducks make, but also being able to replicate them effectively. By doing so, you can attract ducks to your hunting area or simply observe them in their natural habitat. One of the most fundamental techniques in duck calling is the basic quack. The quack is a simple, short burst of sound that mimics the call of a female duck. It is essential to master this technique as it forms the foundation for other, more complex calls. Practice producing a clean and crisp quack that is not too high-pitched or too low-pitched. Another important technique to learn is the feeding call. Ducks make this sound when they are feeding and feel safe in their surroundings. It is a series of soft, rhythmic quacks that are slightly longer in duration. To emulate this call, use your duck call to produce a relaxed and contented tone, subtly increasing the volume as you progress. This technique can be particularly effective in attracting ducks that are wary or hesitant, and is great for finishing ducks in the hole. Additionally, the comeback call is an essential technique for luring ducks back to your location. It is used when ducks are flying away and you want to entice them to turn around and come back. The comeback call imitates the sound of a duck that is trying to locate its flock or companions. It involves a series of loud, high-pitched quacks that gradually decrease in volume. Practice this call to create a sense of urgency that will grab the attention of passing ducks. Finally, the hail call is a robust and loud technique that is used to get the attention of ducks that are flying at a distance. This call mimics the sound of a group of ducks that are excited and actively communicating with one another. It consists of a series of rapid and loud quacks that convey a sense of energy and enthusiasm. By mastering this technique, you can effectively grab the attention of ducks that may be too far away to hear softer calls. Remember, mastering different duck calling techniques takes practice and patience. It is important to listen to real ducks in their natural environment and study their calls to refine your technique. By incorporating these techniques into your repertoire, you can significantly increase your chances of attracting ducks and becoming a skilled duck caller. Tips and tricks to improve your duck calling skills. When it comes to duck hunting, one skill that can make a significant difference in your success is mastering the art of duck calling. Duck calls are essential tools that hunters use to mimic the sounds and calls of ducks, attracting them towards their hunting spot. However, becoming a skilled duck caller takes practice and dedication. Here are some tips and tricks to help you improve your duck calling skills. Firstly, it's crucial to choose the right duck call for your needs. There are various types of calls available, such as single reed, double reed, and even electronic calls. Please note that in most states, electronic calls can only be used during conservation goose season, and may not be used during the state's main waterfowl season. Experiment with different types to find the one that suits your style and produces the most authentic sound. Next, familiarize yourself with the different duck calls you need to master. A great online resource is the All About Birds website. Here you can hone your skills on bird identification and listen to natural waterfowl sounds. These include the quack, the feed call, the greeting call, and the comeback call. Practice each call individually, working on the volume, rhythm, and pitch to make them sound as realistic as possible. One essential tip is to listen to real ducks in their natural habitat. Spend time observing and studying their calls, noting the different tones and cadences they produce. This will help you replicate their sounds more accurately and improve your overall duck calling abilities. Timing is also crucial when it comes to duck calling. Understanding when and how often to call can greatly increase your chances of attracting ducks. Learning how to read birds in flight and knowing when and how to call at them is the most critical skill to master that will pay huge dividends. Pay attention to the behavior and responses of ducks in your area. Mimic their calls during their feeding or resting periods to grab their attention and pique their curiosity. Additionally, incorporating proper breath control is important for producing clear and realistic duck calls. Practice controlling your airflow and learning how to use your diaphragm effectively. This will help you achieve better control over the pitch and volume of your calls, resulting in more convincing sounds. Lastly, practice, practice, practice. Regularly dedicate time to honing your duck calling. That's all for today. For more interesting and informative content, please subscribe to Wild Harvest Heroes, and also click on the notification bell. Also like the video and leave your thoughts in the comments below.